And I'm nobody's side chick. So it was very unfortunate and very hurtful. That I can tell you. That was my feeling from the experience. But with all that being said, I can say this. I still don't have anything negative to put out about Corey Holcomb or the 5150 show.
The beef between Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb has been cooking for some time now. Now everybody's talking about the dust up that they had when they got in each other's face. Anton Daniels stood up and told him to come outside. Corey Holcomb told him to say it again because, you know, we all know what Anton Daniels said. But there's one thing that's really starting to ramp up and heat up is the situation with the girl that he brought on to the show. Now this girl, man, she got some serious clappers, man, behind her, man. Look real good in the face. Ain't no way in the world he had that woman fly from DC all the way to LA on a late night. He had something that looked like that, and his wife was cool with that. Nah. Especially at that age, and this woman is so much younger. His wife ain't cool with that. Like, who you think you're fooling it? You're on there acting like you a Christian, you holy and thou, and you're better than everybody else, and you got this good looking woman? I even showed the picture to my wife. I said, babe, he was out of town with this woman. Now he married me. My wife looked at me like, Ninja, please. Like, listen, y'all, if y'all ain't seen Micca, man, listen, Micca got some serious clappers, right? Y'all know I'll be playing around. Y'all know I'll be joking though, but I'm serious. But y'all remember when Corey, as Anton was walking out, Corey said this.
Remember I told you that if you got a with you, explain the don't ask her to be on my show. Can she be on the show? I don't know that. Now get you and pay for like you got to, cake ass. And go get you a bodyguard, cause could be the slap out your head. You can get all kinds of things done. Look, I would never walk up on a man like I walked up on dude. I knew he was bumping his gums. I knew nothing was gonna happen how I walked up on him. But except for like when you arguing with a female. Cause that's all he did was yap after he backed up. Cause when I first sat down, I was right up on him. Then after that, he kept yapping. A little bit after that, cause I kept telling him, I don't do that sucking shit. He kept yapping. So I'm like, I say I suck again. He folded.
Wait, during the confrontation, him and Corey were going back and forth. You know, he was pushing back on Corey. Corey was pushing back, and Corey was like, hey, you kissing, you got all this criticism for black people. You don't never say anything about white people. And Anton said, you suck black people's D. And Corey was like, hey, hold on now. Hey, wait a minute now. You talking like that?
So let me kind of add more context to this, because really what happened here was that Corey Holcomb said, you kiss or you lick white people's asses all the time. And instead of Anton saying, well, you kiss black people's asses all the time, Anton decided to say, you suck the D. So I just wanted to give some more clarity to what actually was said. But this is important.
You talking like that, we might have to go somewhere with this thing. So Darlene was there. That's my homegirl. Darlene was there. So Corey's like, Darlene, move out the way. So we sat right in front of Anton. It was like, hey, man, say all that sucking D stuff again. Say that again, man. It's going to be up. And, Anton was like, yeah, Corey, you ain't going to do nothing. And I'm saying this to your face. And then Anton, later on in the broadcast, Anton was like, yeah, we can go outside. And Corey's like, no, we're going to sit here and, chop it up or whatever. And he never said it again. When Corey was in his face, he didn't say it again. Now,
so at the point that Corey Holcomb switches positions, he's saying like, look, Corey said, why don't you say that again? Say I suck the D of white folks again. And Anton said, let's go outside. Tariq is saying, hey, well, Anton never said that again, right? He never said that again. And then he says this.
Some people are like, well, Corey backed down because Anton got up and said, hey, we can go outside. Let's be very clear. Anton wasn't going to do nothing. Let's be clear. Anton wasn't going to do nothing. I saw a video of Anton, I think he made it today, talking about how he would have beat Corey up and all that. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Yeah, he had security with him. There's a couple of things that he said on the broadcast that let me know Anton wasn't about to swing or do nothing.
Okay, but the position you and your people are in.
Who was my people?
Black people. Do you claim black people?
I'm a Christian first. I claim.
Well, I think something's wrong with that. If you don't want to say you're a black man first, I think something wrong with that. This man denounced my people in my face. Right. And my people was taken up for him. You think I didn't notice that? Right. He denounced black people in my face. And I still was able to keep it cool.
Right.
But sex play, that'll get me up out my seat.
Right.
Sex play.
So all of the black people who taken up for him, I wish you better with yourself. Because he really ain't even supposed to be able to walk the streets where we at. If you really want to know the truth. But I ain't worried about that. I ain't sending nobody his way or nothing. I'm just saying, because he sent people his way himself.
Yeah.
Up here talking about, I was up on your shit. Man, I ain't never said this before in my life. He was bragging about being up here. Right. I never said this before, but I'm finna say this for the first time. Because I moved out here in 2000. I've been here 25 years. First 30 years I was in Chicago, but I've been here 25 years. I think I earned the right to say this. He talking about how he ran up on this LA, homie. You think you got a pass to come back here after saying that? Homie, I know these boys out here. These boys out here operate in chaos.
If you type in Anton Daniels and Micca, this is what comes up. If you guys look at this picture right here, where's his hand at? Can y'all see that? Let me go back to my screen. Okay, let me reshare it again. If you guys look at this one picture that I'm showing you right here, this was one of the pictures they sent me. Look at where his hand is, right above her butt. This is inappropriate. Like this is inappropriate. It is inappropriate for two reasons, actually. I was told that this woman is married and we know he is married, okay? Him putting his hand above her waist is so very inappropriate, okay? If y'all think that ain't nothing going on with them, I don't know where you've been. It's definitely something going on, okay? I'm not a jealous girlfriend, so if I'm in a relationship, I'm not jealous. But let me just make sure you understand. You ain't taking nobody out to no damn games, bro. It's just not happening. Like, why is your wife not there? Like, am I wrong? Like, that's not happening. I mean, and it is not to say that, you have to be a jealous person to say that, you don't want your significant other to go to a game with somebody else. I don't. You ain't. It just ain't happening. So this is him with her, okay? And here's the deal. The girl cute. I mean, it ain't like, she ugly or nothing. That's another reason why ye ain't going, okay? It's not happening. It is not a debate. So if you in a relationship, your man letting you go on these, excursions with a whole nother dude, that is not happening. This has nothing to do with jealousy. It has strictly to do with I don't play those type of games.
Homie, you dissed more than me. This building was built off the backs of brothers who got it in the streets of LA. And you came up here disrespecting and bragging on it. If you knew who walked through these doors and went up them stairs to smoke with the people who founded this place, you wouldn't have did that. But I'll let the streets show you. You can't perpetrate like you tough on the video and not get them motherfuckers gonna come see what you about, homie. I know they are. I don't know nothing about it.
Hands were thrown. And that people running their mouth saying slick stuff. Hands got thrown and then they ran and sued. You understand? So Corey has already had a situation like that. So I understand where Corey was coming from, trying to have restraint, because you saw what dude was trying to do. Anton was trying to provoke so that hands can get put on him. You talk tough. The minute people put hands on you, all of a sudden you turn into full bitch mode. You talk all of that gangster shit. Dude, I see it. I done dealt with these type of dudes, man.
So he's talking about a situation that happened on Corey Holcomb show when Zoe Williams, shout out to Zoe Williams, he ended up meeting my brother one day, and my brother talked to him, and I talked to brother Zoe like about a year and a half ago on the phone. And yeah, when Zoe Williams put hands on Aries Spears, it was a big like conflict. It was a lawsuit. Aries Spears was drunk. Zoe Williams was like, just put hands on him. And again, like, listen to Zoe Williams on a podcast or a radio show. You wouldn't think that he would put hands on somebody, but yes, like these guys can fight. Like, these guys will throw hands. You know, like I said, it happens a lot. So again, while listening to Tariq, his position is Anton Daniels was doing what he could do, basically not to fight, but to create more in the algorithm. All right. And like, what else? Like, how else do we know that?
Make $1 million off of you, bro. I'm going to make $1 million off of Corey alone.
So the man
Anton Daniels says
came at me with sex play. I'm not talking to everybody, because everybody might not even understand what sex play is. That's the word. That's when you talking that backdooria to a man. The man came at me with sex play, and I tried to warn him. I tried to tell him, you can't play with me like that. So I'm realizing the camera's on me. It's a lot on the line. It's a lot on the line, but he's trying to act like he a man. I bet my life and safety he wasn't a man when I asked D to move and basically sat in his lap. Because if you walk up on a man like that, you could get your eye poked out, you can get sucker punched, you can get all kinds of things done. Look, I would never walk up on a man like I walked up on dude. I knew he was bumping his gums. I knew nothing was gonna happen how I walked up on him. But except for like when you arguing with a female.
Still don't have anything negative to put out about Corey Holcomb or the 5150 show. I went for a positive experience. I had a positive outlook on what could have been, but it didn't happen. And again, it's unfortunate that all that transpired afterwards. And I was caught in the crossfire between two grown people that were arguing back and forth with each other. So my outlook is this. I don't have any negative views on Corey. And like I said, it's unfortunate, but I forgive Corey. I truly do. But that was my experience. And I wish nothing but the best for Corey and the 5150 show. I just wanted to come on and really say my piece, because I really hadn't said anything. Because everybody else was talking. So I wanted you guys to hear it from me. So that was my experience. That's all that really happened, because it was a small time frame. So any other narrative is not what it was. This is exactly what happened. And so That's all I really have to say about it. Because that's all that happened.
This Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels situation exploded all over the internet, and everybody is talking about it. I mean, everybody. I had actually watched it when it came out that night, you know, live and stuff. But it's a classic example of risk versus reward, especially when you're one of those content creators that deals in controversy to get clicks and views. You know, in my opinion, you know, I know a lot of people are on Anton's side and there's a lot of people that's on Corey's side. You know, I kind of fall right down in the middle, but I do believe, in my honest opinion, that Corey invited that man on a show to have a conversation with a man that he disagreed with. I generally don't think he wanted no drama besides casual disagreements, you know, that you have with somebody that you don't agree with on everything. But I don't think he was thinking about no drama or the way it played out. But I definitely think Anton was, and he definitely said as such and as much. But it goes back to what I was saying in those previous videos or videos before about that kind of business model for a content creator with the controversy and drama. You know, you get a lot of clicks and views and you get a lot of notoriety, but at what cost? Like I said before, what cost? Seems like you don't have no peace when you do that, because if you think Anton could go back to LA, you must be crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, and you don't know where that's gonna go to. God forbid nothing happens to the man, but you know, when you talking about a person and then that by proximity, the people that's around them and the city, it seems like you might have issues that you did not expect. And especially with going out there with a woman that's not your wife, that's definitely a problem for married men. Thank God I ain't married. But you know, it's just another example of what people will do for drama sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. Some people say that Anton felt disrespected, so he just upped the ante. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it if he felt that way. But I had a different opinion on that one as well, but we'll save that for a later date. But, you know, I thought I would let y'all know and see what's going on in the world today. And I'm here for it. Once again, it's your man, Kris B. Like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.